ఓం నమో వెంకటేశాయ. వెంకటేశ్వర స్వామి మహత్యం చెప్పుకుందాం. లెట్ us know about శ్రీ వెంకటాచల మహత్యం, శ్రీ శ్రీనివాస మహత్యం. The legend which is widely read and has the history and miracles of Sri Srinivasa. The Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu as Srinivasa along with consort Goddess Lakshmi as Padmavati. They have blessed us to stay on the earth, to bless the people, to lead value path in this Kali Yuga. Lord Vishnu as Srinivasa is with us on the hills, Tirumala hills. There are 7 hills, Sheshachalam hills, and Lord is residing on the 7th hill, that is Venkatadri. Tirumala is also called as Kaliyuga Vaikuntham, and Srinivasa is known as Kaliyuga Pratyaksha Daivam. Is the real God who came to us, who came here, God installed himself, Swayambhu, for the benefit of humanity. There is a legend, that is Venkatachala Mahatyam, that narrates the story of Lord Srinivasa and Padmavati, who are nothing but Vishnu and Lakshmi. In this we need to know first about the Saptarishis. Saptarishis are Vasistha, Marichi, Pulasya, Pulaha, Atri, Angirasa, Kratu. These are the 7 rishis, 7 sages. In the marriages, what star is being shown? Arundhati, the wife of Vasistha, sage Vasistha. She is known as Mahapativrata, and by having the Vasistha and Arundhati are called ideal couple, most ideal couple. Having a glimpse of her by the newlywed couple is considered to unite them forever, like Arundhati and Vasistha. They are known to be made for each other, and they live for each other with utmost devotion, love and affection towards each other. Right? The Arundhati star is near the Vasistha star, and their constellation of Ursa Major with 7 stars representing the 7 rishis as per the Indian Vedic astronomy. Sage Bhrigu. Sage Bhrigu is the son of Brahma, Brahma Manasa Putra, so born out of mind. The administration of the universe, galaxy, planets, cosmic world, and the creation on the earth or any other planet is not a small task, right? And the divinity always thinks towards the welfare of its creation. Sage Narada is known as Kalhabhoja, Kalhapriya, who likes fighting, but is a great devotee of Lord Vishnu and is a well-wisher of all the lokas, all the creation and all humanity, and always touches all the gods, demigods, on how the creation on the earth can lead a happy life without suffering or treading the wrong path. He makes attempts to meet all the gods to give a solution for the benefit, for the well-being of the humanity on the earth. Sage Narada roams around the world, all the worlds in fact, meets the Trinity gods, Trimurtis and Tridevis, and all other gods as well. And he always tries to explore the opportunities for the benefit of humanity or the creation, the universal creation. We will be good when everything else is good, right? The earth, the other planets, they are rotating in their own orbits. Earth is at a distance from the sun in this galaxy universe. Similarly, all other planets also at a distance from the sun and continuously orbiting around the sun. Right? Even slight distance variations, plus minus 1%, something huge that can cause havoc in this universe. Right? On the earth, we are able to survive 40 degrees centigrade, and if it gets doubled, the creation will not be surviving. So the temperature, the possibility of maintaining the temperature is all scientific, and it's going on with all the logic. No one knows how it's being administered, how Earth is floating in the galaxy. When Earth is rotating, why we are not falling down? So many things are mystery or beyond our capability or imagination to think of or even to find the solution. That's the next secondary. Okay, in such context, there were many yugas, and we are in Kali Yuga now, the last of the 4 yugas, Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga is said to be devilish, and the things on the earth, the humanity may not behave in the righteous way. The dharma, the righteous way, gets diminished in this Kali Yuga. To counter the effect of the Kali Yuga, all the sages met and decided to perform a yajna, homam. So Kali Yuga is coming, and all the sages assembled and decided to perform a yajna or the homam for the benefit of the humanity. And so they selected the venue to be on the banks of the Saraswati river, and they started performing the yajna. While they are doing the yajna, Narada, sage Narada, entered that premises. He knows everything. There is a purpose of his entry. He may be called as a Kalahapriya, but that visit has a purpose. We'll get to know in a moment. Narada's entry comes with always a twist or some poking, but that all is done for Loka Kalyanam. So for the benefit of humanity. At the beginning of the yajna, the sages were thinking whom to offer this yajna phalam, the fruits of this yajna. Sages were doing, but they have a doubt whom should be given this phalam, fruit of this yajna phalam. They are not decided, but they are doing it. Okay, let the time come, and that time we will decide. And it should be given to the right person, the best person. And they had to decide who are the best person. Trimurtis. Normally what came to their mind is Trimurtis. Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. These are Trimurtis. And Narada knows about that. They have not decided to whom the yajna phalam should go. Right? So now we are having some clarity on Narada's visit. What twist is going to be there and what purpose he has visited. It's like an action-filled thriller with complex climax. All the sages greeted Narada and welcomed him and offered him the dayas, and other formalities they followed. And at that time he was impressed, Narada is impressed, and told all the sages that you are doing a great thing, great yajna, and this is going to benefit a lot for the entire world. And I got a doubt. He raised a point that I got a doubt. Whom you are offering this fruit, yajna phalam, homa phalam? Then the sages were looking at each other. They are not yet decided. That even Narada knows. But they said we have not yet decided, but definitely want to give to the best person, greatest person, capable person, this homophalam. Okay, then now next question is how to decide who is the greatest of all to receive this yajna. Then Narada suggested someone go and test who is great. Then they were all thinking who can do that task of testing someone, including everyone, right? Who has got that capability. They are all giving some names or the other. Then the one name automatically popped up is Sage Bhrigu, and Narada seconded that name, and like that many people also seconded that Bhrigu's name. Okay, Bhrigu also felt happy. Oh, these people are giving me a lot of importance, and I am getting the opportunity to test who is greatest of all the gods. Sage Bhrigu agreed the task that is put on him. Right? Let us know about Sage Bhrigu. Sage Bhrigu is Brahma Manasa Putra. He is the brainchild of Brahma. And the descendants of Bhrigu are called Bhargava. Bhrigu married Khyati, who is the daughter of Daksha Prajapati. So you all might have known Daksha Prajapati's name. Sati is the daughter of Daksha Prajapati, who is the wife of Lord Shiva. Another son of Bhrigu is Sukracharya, who is the guru of demons, Asuras. And also Chavana Maharshi is his son. And other descendants of Bhrigu are Jamadagni, whose son is Parshurama, who is nothing but incarnation of Lord Vishnu again. The Dakshayajna was incomplete. While performing Dakshayajna without Shiva's being invited, without Shiva couple presence over there, the Prajapati, Daksha Prajapati, want to continue. Then Bhrigu is the Rishi who agreed for the task. No need of Shiva, we can continue. So there comes his arrogance, and definitely he will meet some punishment someday. That we are going to see soon. And to represent his arrogance, why this arrogance? Why the Daksha Yajna can be continued without Shiva? He thinks he is greater than Shiva, as he has a third eye. He is the only person who has third eye. But for the Shiva, it's there in the phalam, at the forehead. But where this Bhrigu has, it is in the foot sole. Okay? And that gave arrogance to him. Like I also have third eye, like Shiva. So I can take some decisions. I can give some conclusions. So this is brief about Sage Bhrigu. Okay? Now, all this story is related to the Venkateswara Swami Swayambhu installation on the hills, Sheshachalam hills, on Tirumala hills. Okay, now next, Sage Bhrigu and Lord Vishnu story. This is an interesting twist here. Sage Bhrigu left all the sages and set out the journey to meet all the gods, demigods, everyone. So he has tested everyone. He felt that no one is great to receive the Yajna Phalam. Now who are left for the testing are the Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar, the trinity of gods. Now he first went to Brahma Lokam to meet Brahma. Why first Brahma? Because Brahma is his father, his Pita. Pitamaha. So that way he feels that Brahma is good. I want to test him anyway, if he is great or not, so that I can recommend for this Yajnaphalam by all the sages. Sage Bhrigu entered Brahmalokam, and there Brahma is reciting the Vedas with his wife Saraswati, his consort Saraswati. He knows that Bhrigu has come over there, standing there, but Brahma pretended ignorance and he continued doing what he is doing. Then Sage Bhrigu shouted aloud, Brahma, I have come. What is this ignorance? I don't like this. Then Brahma looked at him and then he said, you must have permission to come over here, and this is not the way how you will talk with me. Then Sage Bhrigu got more angry, but that time Brahma got even more angry. But Bhrigu, afraid of his father, so ran away from there. Okay, so he decided that Brahma is not the person who is capable to receive that Yajnaphalam. So let me go to the Kailasam now to test Shiva. He went to Kailasam. Sage Bhrigu reached Kailasam now, and there he saw Lord Shiva is dancing with his consort Parvati. They are deeply immersed in that dancing act. That is the cosmic dance. So no one can disturb Shiva and Parvati. Shiva knows that Bhrigu has arrived there, but he ignored again, knowingly and purposefully. Earlier also, Brahma ignored purposefully, knowingly and purposefully. Let us know about what is that purpose. Sage Bhrigu doesn't have the guts to disturb Lord Shiva. However, he shouted at Shiva. But when Shiva stopped and stared at him, then Bhrigu got worried. What's going to be the effect of this wrath of Shiva and Parvati? Then he ran away from there. He concluded that Shiva is having more anger and is deeply involved, immersed in his cosmic dance, and is not capable to receive the Yajnaphalam. Okay? Saying that to him earlier, he is not recommended Brahma. Now he is not recommending even Shiva also. Now he went to Vaikuntham. Vaikuntham, Lord Vishnu and Lord Lakshmi resides over there along with his people. Right? When he entered Vaikuntham, the abode of Lord Vishnu, it was all silent and tranquil. Then he moved near the Vishnu's chamber. Then he saw Vishnu is sleeping, laying on the Adishesha. And Lakshmi is staying there